Okay, very quick update. The filler didn't quite go to plan. I had intended to fill all of these brad holes, and what I found happened was you would fill them perfectly flush, the filler would dry, and you would then be left with a smaller indentation. So that would mean I'd have to go over, hundreds and hundreds of brad holes at least twice, and I just don't think it's worth it. So what I've done, I've just gone in and filled some of the bigger gaps, the join here, one at the top. This is a separate bit of wood here, so I've just gone and done that, filled it in along the top, same there, down the join. Once this has been painted, hopefully you won't notice it. I'm pretty certain I'm going to have to put battening in just down here in these corners. I've attempted to fill it in, but it's going to need a few goes. Too thick, it's just going to fall out. Same with this end. I've patched that broken bit of wood up, and yeah, again, I think a batten down the side. Might be able to incorporate the worktop into the wood design there. We'll see. Still not quite sure what I'm going to do. And yeah, I've just filled that seam, the join there, up. Again, hopefully once it's painted, it's a palace compared to the poor old thing I've been in the last 15 years, so I think it will be absolutely fine. So certainly no drafts. I've also ordered some strip to go around here. You see the gap they've left there, it's because they haven't fitted this properly, so I'm going to take that off and just chisel it out a little bit more and just bring it in a fraction, probably, what does it need, 6-7 mil. I'll just bring that in. It's fine at the bottom. It's just the door frame is, well, it's just not square, is it? I mean, it's as simple as that. But I've got some foam strip to go all the way around, and hopefully that will give us a nice seal. I notice a little knot missing there, and that goes straight out. I can see daylight coming in through there. Might be worth filling that, but I got a minor problem. So there we are. I'm going to go and do today's GHD repairs, and hopefully that will be dry later enough to start painting. I've got some clear silicone, and what I'm going to do is just run a bead across here after hoovering it, just so any condensation that runs down and comes across here doesn't get into this wood. So I'll just rub it in with my fingers just to seal that. And then we've got some 5 tubes of grey, and I may well just run that around perhaps this corner, maybe the roof join, perhaps down here. We'll see what it needs. So yeah, primer undercoat, a couple of coats of that, and then a top coat. Forget what we went for. I think we've got a Dulux grey. It's warm pewter. Well, that name rings a bell. I think we've used that somewhere else before. And then they had this what is it, multi-surface primer and undercoat in white. So yeah, should be enough to give it a couple of coats, and then we'll be done. Get the carpet in, and then start working out how to build the workbenches and what we're transferring into here. I think I'd like to, as I said before, actually work in this one in future. It's just a question of the layout. Here would be good for a day-to-day workbench, but I'm not sure it's long enough compared to the workspace I actually use at the moment. We'll have to see. Yeah, so there we go. I hate decorating. I really hate it. Right, So we've used virtually all of that primer slash undercoat on getting everything covered. As you can see, it's a bit patchy, but I've got everything covered. I think what I'm going to do, if I'm going to have to buy another can of anything, it would be better to buy a second top coat rather than another one of those and waste most of it. Now, as you may or may not be able to tell, a lot of those brad nail heads have just sort of disappeared under the paint. You know, even the join is it's there, but it's not particularly obvious. So yeah, by the time the top coat's gone on and a couple of bits of wood up the sides, that should be yeah, okay. So yeah, there we go. That is today's work done, I think.